Hello everybody. Angie here, coming on with the video for you guys for the ABCs Plus 3 challenge here, hosted by myself and Anna G over at Making Joyful Journals. This is an open challenge for anybody that would like to participate. We are going through the alphabet, entire alphabet, A to Z, making tags using prompts, various prompts, using the acquired letter for each week. And we are moving right along on this. We started this in March. Like I said, it is ongoing. It's about, with the 26 letters, it's going for 6 months. And we are on May 3rd. We are on letter I. So the challenge is we are to make a tag using incorporate three items starting with the letter I in it. So let's get started on this. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here and we'll see what we can come up with. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. As always, I am doing good. Always happy when I am on, when I'm crafting and creating. Always a good time. So what I've got today is just a hodgepodge of things that I gathered up, and I thought we'd just see what we could come up with. I'll go through them with you, and as I'm talking, hopefully something will inspire me and I'll come up with something. I have a plant and herb book, and I've talked about that many times before, and I think I've even shown it on camera at one point. But I fussy cut a couple plants that start with the letter I. I started to save the cutout so I could remember, but I forgot. So this is a letter I plant. I don't remember the name of it. Okay, sorry about that. And here is another one. Okay, I don't remember that one as well, but I went to another book that I had, and they're kind of similar. They have some of the same things because they're both all plants and herbs, and I found this one, and it's called the Indigofera. It's called the indigo bush. Okay, so that's what this one is, and I was like, oh, it was meant to be. So I'll probably end up using this just because I was able to find it. Okay, so I fussy cut that, and then here's the thing. It grows from July, August, September, the best time. Just tells you various information about it. But I have this book as well, and they're so cool. And you know, they have images as well, but they're a little bit smaller, where in this book they're huge images, really full images. So I like them both depending on how big of an piece that you're working with. Okay, and then here is another one. This one is called an ilex. Another word for that is holly, I guess. And that one grows best November, December, January. So I thought I'd use either one of these, but since I found that, I may just use that. I don't know. Still don't know yet. Okay, so those are two I words. Another I word, I've got this little digital piece here, and island. All these little islands on here, so I thought maybe I'd use that. Okay. Then I found a couple I words. So I've got imagine and inspiring. Then I've got an I page from the dictionary. It's always good to go to if you need it. And then just a couple other pieces. I have some leftover book page scraps from previous make. So I grabbed those just in case. And again, I just like the color and the texture of those. And I fussy cut 3 tiny little iguanas. Can you guys see those? They're little itty bitty babies. And I thought they were so cute. So I'm gonna have to use those somewhere. Took the time to cut them, so I might as well use them. Look at that. Let me bring them up a little bit more. One's a dragon. It's called a dragon iguana. Another one's just a basic iguana, and then the other one is like a horned iguana, something like that, because it's got horns on its head of some sort. I can't remember the names. Again, I didn't save them, but I thought they were just cute. And I got those out of my nature book. Or actually hold on, I'll grab the book. Actually, I got it out of this book here. It's called Wildlife Atlas. And I just picked that up at the thrift store, and it's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I tend to forget about this, but I love animals of all kinds. So look at those images, Fussy Cut. Oh, that's Fussy Cut heaven. Look at those animals. So I'm trying to gather up some pieces. I want to make like a nature, wildlife, wild animal themed journal. I think that would be really fun to do. So moving right along. So those are my pieces, okay? Now I need to find a tag base. So I have my little basket here of pre-cut tags. Let's see what we've got. I'm trying to use up ones I've already got cut. Here's a blank one. Here's one that just needs a base on it. Let's see. Those are kind of small though. Here's a scrap piece of green. All right, let's see if we can use one of those. All right, let's organize this stuff. Put it in our little piles. All right, yeah, I think these are gonna be, so if I use either one of these, yeah, those are too small. Discard those right away. We could cut this into a tag shape. That would actually make that green pop off really nicely. So that's an option. That blue really looks nice on there. Can't go wrong with book page. Okay, and then I need, thinking about trying to incorporate some of this island in there. Let me think for a minute, guys. So if I use this one, that kind of gets lost on there a little bit. But I like the idea of having the flower, the plant, what have you, herb, whatever it is, and then have a little bit of the information and text behind it. I kind of like that idea, but that's too long. Why don't, let's see. This is pretty sturdy paper. I'm thinking, why don't we just double these? Well, no, that'd be kind of wasting, wouldn't it? It'd be kind of wasting the beauty of this piece. So I was gonna say double it, and we'd have an eye on this side and an eye on that side. But if it's going to be a tag, we want a spot for journaling, or do we? Or do we just want a pretty tag? They don't all have to have a journaling spot. Yeah, that was my initial thought. I'm just gonna go with that. This one is just gonna be a two-sided tag with no journaling spot on it, okay? And by doubling these papers up, it'll strengthen it. Like I said, it's pretty sturdy paper, but by putting two back to back, it's gonna make it a nice sturdy tag. So I am going to do that. I'm just going to use glue stick, keep it quick and simple, and down we go. Now I don't need it that long, so maybe I'll just go to this, the actual image of the bush part there, and I'll cut it off right there. That'll give me, oh yeah, that's like a 6.5 length tag. That's plenty. That is plenty. So I'll just snip it right there. Could put a little pocket on this side. That would be cute. Why don't we do that? Okay, well, see? Ideas evolve by the second. Let's see. Find about the halfway mark there. Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea. Okay. It's kind of pretty. Now I could take it a step further and just really trim That's if I line both sides up. Now that I started cutting, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty close. Then we don't really have to ink this if we don't want to, because we've got the black border around it. But we'll see as we go how that progresses. All right, well, that's a start. On the back we'll have a little pocket. We could tuck something in there. We could tuck a journaling spot in there. But for the actual tag, I'm just gonna leave it the shape that it is for the moment. I may change my mind. Okay, I'm gonna start there. I'll save this for something else, maybe. Let's see. Okay, so I'm not gonna use that one. I'm gonna use this one. But that does get a little bit lost, so we need some separation on there. So I think I want to have it read Indigo Bush, so when I look back I'll know what it's called because I didn't save it the first time. So maybe let's see. It's not too bad. So for my I words on this, I've got the actual plant fussy cut, then I've got the page of it, the actual word definition and description of the plant, which is the indigo bush. And then I have to kind of put this off this way for it to fit for the most part. Okay. And then let's do our iguanas. Let's see. Maybe, let's just say, I like to tell story. Maybe the iguanas like this type of plant. Iguanas are herbivores, so they, for the most part, their diets are fruits and vegetables type thing. So maybe this is their plant of choice. Maybe this is their favorite. And they're just grubbing on it. Let's see. We can put them on the plant. Although he gets a little hidden. Trying to think if somehow we can make him stand out a little bit. Yeah, maybe they're just hanging out on this plant and grubbing and having a good time. What about that? I feel like we need something else. I don't know. Let's see. We've already got text on the background, but I don't know. I feel like no, that's not it. Now I'm going to have a whole bunch of strips of paper by the time I'm done here. Kind of adds a little texture, but I don't know. I kind of like the border, so I feel like this is too wide. Okay, so let's maybe start with something like that. Break up the solid colors with this dotted pattern here a little bit. I'm thinking maybe. Just kind of playing with the position here, guys. Just trying to get a feel for what I like. I don't mind covering up a little bit of that plant. I want to stagger those papers. No, that's not doing it for me. It's not doing it for me at all. Okay, let's try that. Maybe I'm coming from the wrong side. Maybe I need to be coming from this side. I like that a little bit more. Yeah. I'm going to go with that way. Okay. So let's start putting it down before I change my mind. Ta-da-ta-dum. I think I want to tuck this one underneath. Just leave a little bit peeking out. And then this one underneath that one. Yeah, I think I can live with that. And then I need to finish fussy cutting this out. I didn't want to do it until I was ready to use it because they'd get bent up and torn and such. So I needed, you know, something to hold those pieces together. So let me just quickly cut those out and see what we're working with. Okay, let's see what we got here. Looks pretty good. Okay. Oh, don't lose my iguanas. They're the star of the show here, those little critters. Okay. Yeah, how's that look? I like that. And we still got a little bit peeking through there. Okay, I'm liking that. So now we can get this down. Yep, I like that. Okay. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Actually, I think I'll trim a little bit more off. I like that black border around the outer edge. Yep. It's all in the details, right? There we go. Okay, now let's add our little friendly critters here. We got a green one, a brown one, and a reddish one. We put the red one in the middle. Let's see, let's put him. But I'd like to have them up off the page a little bit, just so they can be seen a little bit better. Although iguanas are meant to kind of blend in with the earth and such, but not on my tag. We want them to stand out. So I'm going to use a little bit of dimensional tape, and I'm going to try to help them stand out a little bit. Let's see. Now his tail is obviously going to just have to hang on by itself, because that's just too thin of a piece to cut some tape, I think. So why don't we're going to put him right on this leaf right there. I'll come back and see what I can do with this tail in a minute. Okay, let's put this red one in the middle. We'll put him just right on the leaf. And then well, that was just the right size. That worked out. And this one will be chilling right up there. Okay, I'm going to cut a couple little smaller pieces for their tails. Let's see what I could do. There's one. Oh, use those scissors on that tape. Okay, we'll have to snip his tail. We'll do it at a slant, so make it look like we didn't just perform surgery on him. Okay, I like that. All right. So we've got iguanas, we've got the plant in, we'll say indigo bush, and then we've got the actual paper talking about the indigo bush. So those are my 3 eyes. How's the camera picking that up? Not too bad. I think I like it. Now all we need to do is no, we'll save that for another time. But we do have a pocket back here. We can make like a little journaling card or something, just to kind of house something for journaling. Make a little rough card. Is that gonna fit? Let's see. Almost. And we'll just do a rough tear in a tag shape. How about that? And do I have anything else with eye on it? I do have the island. What if we fussy cut? Maybe this is the island that this plant grows on. This digital says flower island, but you know what? Doesn't say where it's from, but this flower island. Maybe I should have cut out the smaller one, huh? I have to lose a little bit of the detail on this digital, but we're working with eyepieces, so. Okay. And why don't we just cut this in half? We'll put a little piece of it right there. And that just a bit. Need a little ink. We've already got plenty of green, so let's do a nice dark, how about ground espresso? Okay, we got island on this side. We got a little spot for journaling on this side. We've got this type of plant, this berry, this holly, it's called ilex. Okay, and then this is the front of the tag. And it's got indigo bush, the fussy cut indigo bush, as well as the background indigo bush, the actual text from the piece. And then we've got 3 little iguanas. What do you think? Well, I've got all my eyes on there. Yeah. Trying to just tone some of that white down a little bit. And I think the white serves its purpose on this side since those colors are so dark. Okay. Do I want to put, I brought in some green ribbon, but if I do that, I would, let's see. Maybe that, there we go. Then we don't lose so much of the word. Doing the round one right on top, and we'll bring in a piece of green ribbon. All right, there we go. Not too bad. What do you guys think? I've got all my eyes covered. That's what counts. All right. There is my tag for the ABCs +3 challenge, guys. I've got indigo bush, fussy cut. I've got the indigo bush in the background, the text about the plant itself. I've got 3 adorable iguanas. Then if you flip it over, I've got a tag with an island on it and with a pocket, and then on the back there's this plant, the ilex. So I think we've got all our eyes covered. That was fun. I really like those iguanas. They are too stinking cute. All right, so there's my tag, guys. Let me move all the rest of this out of the way. And I did my tag off camera. And I'll bring that in. Let me just make some room. My scrap pile there. Okay. Oh, we need, how about one of this? I've got this, I like that. right there, covering up that pink. Let's do that. Put a little ink on this. And I'm going to stick this word imagine on here. Yeah, I think I want it up there, even though it's going to stick out just a tad. I'm okay with that, I guess. Because where I positioned my iguana, I can't tuck it under anymore. He's blocking it, so we're just going to have to... And I'm okay with that. Yeah, I like that. Yep. So we've got our eyes covered on that, guys. Definitely, definitely, definitely. And for my tag off camera, I've got this one. My choices for this tag are the word imagine, insect, and index card. I use that in the background. Now my choice, I'll walk you through this. I was going to actually make my tag out of the index card, but my image was too large. My image that I fussy cut out of my book was larger than the index card. So I just chose to use that as a background piece. So I took a piece of green cardstock, I embossed it with a leaf, kind of, actually it was like a holly styled embossing plate, but leaves just the same, okay, for a little texture. And then I brought in some stenciling, and I think I did use a ground espresso on that as well. Yeah, a real dark color, kind of like earthy, kind of ruffled up the edges, kind of give it a rough, torn look around the edges of the index card just for a little texture. I layered my insect image on the top with a little bit of book page and overlaid the word imagine on there. And again, with some ribbon, I chose yellow to spotlight the insect, the beautiful honeybee on there. And that is it. They both actually turned out to be about the same size. Yeah, that kind of my eye, I don't really plan on it, but that's, I find that that's kind of my size to go to for a tag, about 3 by 6. And these are 3 by 6 and a quarter. So this is 3 by 6, this is 3.5 by 6 and a quarter. And I had to go a little bit larger just because of my insect image was just a little bit larger, and I didn't want to have to cut it down. I wanted the full effect on that. Okay, so that's it, guys. Those are my makes for this week. It is, like I said, it is an open challenge. Feel free to jump in at any time if it's something that you are interested in. Please check out my cohorts page, Anna G, over at Making Joyful Journals. She will add her video, give you some added inspiration if you need some, and need some ideas on layering and making tags and choices of words. Okay, so that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so very much. I will see you next week for letter J. That's going to be interesting. J. My mind's already clicking. Okay, so that's all I've got for you guys. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.